Good morning, and welcome to this live broadcast, a three-country ride to cure breast cancer, presented by SpotLink and benefiting the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. Today, as part of our daily Morning Mingle series, we have the pleasure of speaking with Greg Midgley. Did I get that right?
Midgley.
Midgley,
Yeah.
president of the National Road Heritage Trail, Inc. Thank you, Greg, for being with us.
Thank you so much.
You may recognize Greg, too, because he rode with us yesterday, if you watched any of those. So can you tell us a little bit about the Cross Indiana National Road Heritage Trail?
It's an initiative to connect more than 30 communities across the center of the state, roughly along the historic National Road and former Pennsylvania Railroad corridors, by way of a bicycle and pedestrian trail to connect, to allow people to travel between these communities by other options besides cars.
Great, thank you. How would you describe the National Road Heritage Trail to someone who has not visited here?
At the moment, it's a series of very nice 12 to 15 foot wide paved bike trails through forests on former railroad beds for the most part. There's some sections of the trail that are crushed stone. They go through very many small communities through Indianapolis, the heart of Indianapolis. And little by little, they're growing to get more and more connected.
Yeah, we were on them yesterday. They're a great resource here. Make it a lot easier to ride. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do in your role as president of the organization?
What I do and what our group does is we started out with doing research to determine the potential for a cross-state trail across Indiana. And then after that research, then we went to each of the communities and organizations across the state to see if they would like the idea of being connected in this way, the economic potential and as well as the quality of life potential. And then in areas where every area was interested in having this done or doing this, there were some areas they didn't have the resources locally to actually develop the trail. So we actually provided our input, helped to buy properties, helped to manage the legalities and the real estate aspects of it. We also, on cities and towns that are developing the trails themselves, we work to make sure that they are talking to the neighboring towns, that their comprehensive plans will connect to each other. Without this comprehensive coordinated view, their trails may go in other directions and just not connect along this corridor. So we're kind of a coordinating organization where we're not actually developing trail.
How long have you been doing this?
We incorporated in 2004, so it's been 15 years now. Okay. It'll be. Mm-hmm.
I've certainly seen how you've kind of piecemealed this together into something that's coming together as a whole now. So
yes, it's unfortunately back when the railroad first was abandoned, the property wasn't preserved all as a complete corridor. Like in some states, were able to preserve the entire corridor together. But now we're working to piece it back together again, and where it's not available, we find alternate routes, because the connection is the important thing, not the exact route. Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, thank you for all that.
Sure.
Of course, the main reason we're doing the ride is to benefit the Breast Cancer Research Foundation and cure breast cancer. Is there anything about our cause that is personal to you?
Fortunately, my family has not had to experience this very difficult type of a situation, but we certainly know it's a very big public health concern, and there's many people have had this issue. So it's just wonderful that you're going to this trouble to raise awareness and to raise money for this. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're from here. We're going to head out to Newcastle. Is there any advice you can give us for our journey today?
Well, there's several sections of the National Road Heritage Trail between here and Newcastle, so certainly let's use those. The Pensy Trail or crossing Indianapolis will take you, on those trails. When you make the turn off of US 40 to head up to Newcastle, you might take a look off to the left in the town of Dunreath. You see the Flamingo Motel and Restaurant. It's kind of a neat little place there in a small town. Good food and a small mom and pop operation. And actually stayed there a couple times on bike rides at their little motel. So it's kind of a neat thing to look for when you're there.
And you're going to join us through Indianapolis.
I'll be riding you,
join
you through part of Indianapolis. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, final question: is there a weird fact you know and want to share?
I wouldn't call this a weird fact, but it's a kind of a cool fact. It's on the topic of the bike trails. This year, the state of Indiana has committed $90 million for the next several years to put into expanding and connecting trails around the state into a really comprehensive network. And so this is so exciting. It's unprecedented in Indiana to put this type of money into bike trails. So we're really excited to see that get implemented.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right, we're going to be heading out now. Join us for the live Noon from the Road update, as well as our 8 p.m. recap. And if you catch our social media, you'll probably catch Greg on a few of the sessions today. Talk to you later.